Hello everyone. Today's video I will show you how to create custom weapon models that you can use in your own TF2 mod. Uh, Unless you just want to change the models of weapons that have previously been made, then I would recommend you watch my how to create custom weapons in Team Fortress 2 that video. It's one of the videos on my channel. That video shows how to create the custom weapons themselves. So hopefully this video will show you how to create the weapon models. Now, I am by no means a 3D modeler. You will see that in this video. I am not good at 3D modeling at all, but I'll try to do my best to show you. I'll just make a really simple 3D model. The main focus of the video is showing you how to actually put it into TF2. So for this tutorial, you're going to need a couple of things. You're going to need GCFscape, you're going to need VTF edit, you're going to need Blender, and you're going to need Blender source tools, and you're going to need Crowbar. Now, I will show you guys how to install all of these programs. Now, GCFscape and VTF edit, I believe those could be, at least I think just GCFscape. GCFscape could be replaced by VPK edit if you already have that. But in this video I will be using GCFscape, but if you have VPK edit you can use that. So to install these programs, you can do it one of two ways. You can either go to the websites of each program and install it from there. If you want to do that, I'll leave the links in the description. But the way I'm going to show you that you can do it on Windows, and I think it's easier, is open up a PowerShell window. Then you can type in winget, then install. Then we can do GCFscape like that. Now I already installed it, so I'm not going to do it again. But then you can do winget install VTF edit reloaded. You'll have to do quotation marks since there's a space. And again, I'm not going to do it because I already installed it. And then you can do winget install crowbar. And if you want to install Blender like this, you can do winget install Blender. But as you can see, I just have it on Steam. Now for Blender source tools, I don't think you can install it like this. So you will have to go to their website, which I'll have in the description. But you just click this download button here. And then to install it, I'll do that right now. So you're going to go to edit and then preferences. Then I already have it installed, but you'll click this little drop down right here, then click install from disk, then go to your downloads, then click blender source tools.zip and then install from disk. Then just make sure it's check marked right here. So next what you're going to do is you're going to have to go into your TF2 folder. So if you don't know how to do that in Steam, right click on Team Fortress 2. You can do it right here, you can do it right here. Then go to manage and then browse local files like that. Now you're going to go into this TF folder right here. Scroll down till you find the file tf2_misc_dir.vpk. Should be like this, and then open it up. Now if it doesn't automatically open in GCFscape, then just open with, choose another app, and then choose an app on your PC, then go to C, then program files, then NEMS tools, then GCFscape, then click on GCFscape, and then just click always, like so. You can see it'll open up. Now, so what you're going to do in GCFscape, first I'll recommend you already have a folder somewhere for this stuff. And then what you're going to do, so in GCFscape, you're going to go here and you're going to, in this MISC thing, go into models. Actually, just use this search thing, match substring, and then type in C_pistol if you want the pistol. I'll put a link in the description for every weapons model name. It's a Steam guide. might take a while to search because there's a lot of stuff. So this cpistol.mdl is what you want. So right click, go to directory. Now you can take every file in here. I'm going to leave out these festivizer files though, because that's just for the festivizer and I don't need that. So I'll right click and click extract. So now that I've extracted it, you can see right here, here's all these files. Now you can just drag it onto here and then drag the folder onto there. You can see I've already done it in Crowbar. This is in the decompile tab, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. Do that, then click decompile. Now in this folder you'll find all of these files. These are all of the decompiled files for the pistol. Typically the file that you're actually working with is going to be whatever the name of the model is, then underscore reference. If it's not reference, if it's just like cpistol.smd, that is also probably the one. But like this physics one or this LOD1, LOD2, if you don't know, LOD is level of detail. So basically, the further away from something you are, the lower quality it is. And so like LOD1 is like you're kind of far away, and so the model looks just a bit worse. And LOD2 is like you're pretty far away now, and the model looks considerably worse, but you can't really tell because you're so far away from it. So we just want the regular reference file, and just because it's way easier to work with, so that way we don't have to make 3 models instead of just one, I'm going to delete these 2 LOD files, and then I'm going to open up the pistol and these 2 things, $LOD11 and $LOD19. These 2 are the LOD files. This is where they reference them, so we're just going to delete those. We can just save our file right there. Now over in Blender, we're going to, so here in Blender, we're going to make our model into our pistol model. So the first thing that I need to do is I need to get rid of this camera and light, and I need to actually make a model. So let me do that real quick. So I know that this is very simple looking because it is very simple, but the 3D modeling isn't the point. What is the point is the next thing that you have to do is go to File, then Import. Then down here you should see this option called Source Engine. Custom Weapons folder, right here. Open up the reference pistol. Well, as you can see, the reference pistol is much larger than my model, so I'm going to scale my model up. That should be good. So what you have to do is make sure your pistol model, or whatever model it is one mesh. Because if it isn't, then there will be problems. The next thing you have to do is just try your best to make the 2 models line up as good as possible. So I'd say right about there is pretty good for my model. It's not going to be perfect because my model isn't the same size as the pistol. So now what you're going to do is select your original model, then select the skeleton here, select both of them using Control, then Control P, then click Armature Deform. Now go to the pistol mesh, then click this little thing right here that says data. Now there's 3 things right here. Go to weapon bone, then switch to edit mode in the top left. Now make sure you have all of the vertex groups deselected. So just go into each one and click deselect. Now the first vertex group, this weapon bone, click select. And make sure you remember its name. Now switch back to object mode. Then click on your weapon model. Then create its own vertex group and give it the same name. So weapon bone, I think it was. Yeah. Now back into edit mode, make sure you have your cube selected, then click assign. Now deselect, and we're just going to do the same thing. So we're going to go here, go into edit mode, then select, we'll deselect all of them, and select this one, then go to the cube, then in cube create VM weapon bone. Now make sure I have VM weapon bone selected. Then go back to the cube. Then click assign. Now we'll do the same for the last one. We'll go here and edit, select it, then make sure everything's deselected. Then select the C weapon stat track one. Go into object mode, select the cube, add C weapon stat track. Then go into edit mode and click assign. Just make sure I did that right. Oops. Assign. Okay. So now what we're going to do is delete the C pistol reference mesh. Don't delete the collection. We're going to move our pistol model into the reference collection. Now we're going to export it. So in this scene menu, we're going to go into source engine export, choose SMD because that's what TF2 uses. Now you can just have your path that you're going to export it into right here. Now all we have to do is click export, C pistol reference.smd. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go back into our decompiled C pistol right here. We're going to go into the QC file, into Notepad. Now right here where you see the CD materials right here, you're going to go into your TF2 mod folder and you're going to add, well, we'll need to change this actually, so I'll just call this custom pistol, just like that. So here in the TF2 SDK, I'm going to create my models folder, then I'm going to create weapons, then C custom, or C models, wow I can't spell, then C custom pistol is what I called it. Then in here is where the materials for the weapon will go. So I'm going to use this right here, and I'm just going to make an orange, like a totally orange thing. So, oh geez. So, obviously this isn't what you would use as an actual texture, but if you're actually making a custom model for your weapon, you probably know more about custom models than I do. And I don't care enough to learn how to make a custom model, so I'm just going to use this as my texture. So you can see here I've recreated my model with the orange texture this time. But first we need to turn the texture that I created into a VTF file. So a VTF file is Valve texture file, and that's what source games use for their textures. So we're going to need to go into VTF edit. Now you click File, then Import. Now once you choose your file here, set it to DTXT1 for color format, then resize. Just make sure it's set to nearest power of 2. Now everything else should be fine. So actually, me from the future here, everything was not fine. If you saw the advanced tab that I was in, you have to go to that advanced tab and switch the version to 7.4. If the version is set to 7.5, it will just show up as a missing texture. So you'll see later in the video that I have to go back and fix it, so save yourself the time and fix it now. Now I'll click OK. So you can see here's my file. So now we can just go to here, File, then we can click Save As. So actually when I created all these, I forgot to mention that you have to also create this in the create a file called models in your materials, and then put the same like materials, models, weapons, C models, C custom pistol. Then over here in Blender, whatever you named it, so I named it pistol in all lowercase. So here I'll have to name it pistol, like that. So now we have the texture as a VTF file. Don't close it on accident like I did. Click Tools, then Create VMT folder. It should already have this filled out. And then Options, change it from Light Mapped Generic to Vertex Generic. Sorry, it's actually Vertex Lit Generic. My bad. Vertex Lit Generic right there. If for some reason it thinks it's translucent, I'll just let it think that it's fine. So the .vmt should have the same name as the .vtf, so we'll just click Save. Now we're good for VTF edit. So now all we need to do is set up a custom weapon that uses this model in TF2. Well, actually I lied. There is one more thing we need to do. We still need to recompile the model. So to do that, you need to go into Crowbar, go into the compile, select your decompiled .qc file right here for the QC input, then output to, you can do work folder, and then C custom weps. I made one called compiled. I chose Team Fortress 2 for the game that has a model compiler. Now I'm just going to click compile. Seem good. So actually now we can go into our game files right here, and I will create a new one. So I'll use item 9008. So right here, 9008. Just copy all of this right here. So name, I'll do the custom pistol 831. This is weapon pistol, TF weapon pistol, item log name, custom pistol, usable by scout. Then I'll just do a damage bonus of 1.2, and then fire rate penalty of 1.25. I'll just do 1.25 for both. Now to actually get it to use the custom model, we can use the actual TF2 file for reference. We see this model player right here. I'm just going to copy that and then put it right here, model player, and I'll just change it to custom pistol. You can see this is what I named it, so that's what I'll name it here. Now everything should be good to go, fingers crossed, of course. So let me load up my TF2 mod right here. Okay, so as you guys can see, our weapon is in game. Now there's two things. First thing is it has the regular icon, and second thing is the texture is missing texture. This is because this icon isn't generated automatically. It's its own photo. So you'll have to make the photo yourself, which shouldn't be too difficult. You should be able to open the file in Half-Life Model Viewer and then just take a photo of it from there, I think. And the texture being missing is actually a mistake that I made when I was creating the VTF file. TF2 does not support VTF version, I think it's 7.5. So it should work if I downgrade it to 7.4 though, I think. So I'm going to try that. So if you remember here when we made this, if you go to advanced, I'm going to change version to 7.4. I click OK, and then I do everything else the same. So now if I restart my game, now we go here. As you can see, we have our pistol. Now, if I go into the game, so in game, I go to the scout, and there's my pistol. So yeah, that's how to make a custom weapon model in Fortress 2. Obviously, this model's really basic, doesn't look very good, but it gets the job done. You can see it is firing slower, and if I spawn in a bot, 27 damage compared to the regular pistol's 22 damage. You can see it did do more damage. Well, that's not that much more damage. You think it'd do more damage than that. For some reason, when you change your loadout in this custom version of TF2, it doesn't change immediately. There we go. 27. I don't know. I might have typed it in wrong, because that doesn't seem like 25% more damage. Should be doing more like 30-some damage. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed my video on how to make your own custom TF2 weapon models. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And if you don't, then, you know, maybe just say, like, thanks for the tutorial. Not asking for too much here, I don't think. But, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.